In the dark corners of Noxus, where twisted trees whisper old secrets, lives a little girl who plays with fire. She's small in size, but immense in power. Her laughter sounds innocent, her eyes burn like embers, and when she hugs her teddy bear, the world trembles. She is Annie, the Dark Child, and her story is a tragic tale of magic, loss, and a flaming creature named Tibbers. Annie was born into a home where the mystical and the mundane were one and the same. Her parents, Gregory and Emmeline, were magic users, surrounded by ancient rituals and strange folklore. From a very young age, Annie's power burned brighter than anyone could have ever expected. Her magic wasn't calm or patient. It was wild, emotional, and very much alive. It didn't wait for training or control. It answered to her fear and her anger. To comfort her, Annie's mother, Emmeline, crafted a small teddy bear she named Tibbers, said to be inspired by old legends of shadow bears that roamed the mountains. At first, Tibbers was nothing more than a toy, a mother's love woven into thread and stuffing. But soon, he would become something far greater and far more dangerous. After Annie's mother passed away, her father remarried. Her new stepmother, Leanna, and her stepsister Daisy tried to form a new family, but tension and jealousy quickly began to grow. Annie, a strange little girl with frightening powers, just didn't fit in. The family tried to hide her abilities from the village, but when fear meets misunderstanding, tragedy is never far behind. Everything fell apart the day of the fire. What started as a simple childish game turned into a disaster when Daisy wandered too close to Annie Dow's unstable magic. The flames erupted, consuming everything in their path, and Daisy's life ended in an instant. The villagers, terrified and angry, blamed Annie. Her father tried to defend her, but fear is always stronger than reason. Angry voices rose, torches were lit, and Annie's small hands began to tremble, until the fear became too much. And then, Tibbers awoke. He was no longer a stuffed toy, but a monstrous inferno of pure, unadulterated fury. The creature destroyed everything that threatened her. When the smoke finally cleared, Annie was all alone. Just the girl, the bear, and the flames that would never die. So what is Tibbers? He isn't just a teddy bear. He's a living manifestation of Annie's soul, her rage, her pain, her loneliness. Some say he's an ancient fire spirit bound to her by blood. Others believe he's a magical construct fueled entirely by her emotions. Whatever he truly is, Tibbers acts as both her guardian and her curse. When Annie's emotions spiral out of control, Tibbers awakens, fierce, unstoppable, and loyal only to her. He is her mother's love, and her own inner fire fused into one terrifying being. A creature that embodies both protection and destruction. A monster that hugs and burns. Years later, Riot Games expanded Annie's lore with Annie Origins, a short film that delved deeper into her past. This version gave us a closer look at her parents, her environment, and the emotional chaos that shaped her incredible powers. We saw how the world misunderstood her, how isolation, grief, and fear twisted her into something dangerous. The new lore didn't rewrite Annie's tragedy. It deepened it. It made her not just a powerful child, but a lonely soul carrying a trauma she could never explain. It painted her as both victim and villain, lost somewhere between childhood innocence and uncontrollable rage. After the fire, Annie became a ghost story. She wandered the forests of Noxus, clutching Tibbers, speaking to the shadows, and humming lullabies to herself. To some, she was a cursed child. To others, a spirit of vengeance. Villagers whispered tales of a little girl whose laughter came just before disaster, whose bear could ignite entire towns. She didn't understand why people feared her. She only knew that everyone she loved was gone. So she wandered, her imagination her only friend, while Tibbers silently watched over her like a guardian made of flame. Although Annie lives mostly in isolation, she isn't completely disconnected from the world of Runeterra. Her story touches others, sometimes directly, sometimes through whispers and legends. She's tied to Noxus, a land of power and ambition, and some characters, like LeBlanc and members of the Black Rose, are theorized to have taken an interest in her immense magical potential. Her presence in Legends of Runeterra shows that her story still echoes across the Empire. Annie's lack of direct friendships or enemies makes her story uniquely haunting. While other champions join armies or guilds, Annie remains that strange, lonely child, always on the edge of myth. When you meet her in-game, she's not a soldier or a queen. She's a girl with a bear, but that bear can level cities. Annie's mind is still that of a child, impulsive, curious, and emotional. She doesn't burn people because she's cruel. She burns them because she doesn't know how to control what she feels. Her tantrums are catastrophic, and her laughter hides a grief so deep it has no words. Tibbers represents everything she's lost: her mother's love, her safety, her warmth. When she's scared or alone, Tibbers comes alive. He's the embodiment of her need for comfort and the destructive fire of her pain. Together, they are both tragic and terrifying, a reminder that even innocence can destroy everything it touches. Annie's abilities in League of Legends perfectly mirror her lore. Her passive pyromania builds up as she casts spells, and when her emotions overflow, she releases them in a burst of fire that stuns her enemies. Her disintegrate and incinerate attacks reflect her ability to focus or unleash her flames. And finally, her ultimate, Summon Tibbers. That moment when Tibbers appears, roaring and ablaze, is pure Annie. An explosion of love, rage, and loneliness. A child's cry turned into a monster's roar. It's poetic that her most powerful weapon is the only thing she truly loves. Annie has been part of League of Legends since its earliest days. Originally seen as a simple, creepy fire girl, she's evolved into one of the most layered and tragic figures in Runeterra. Modern storytelling has given her emotional weight, transforming her from a meme into a symbol of trauma and misunderstood power. Every update, every cinematic adds another piece to her puzzle. And each time Tibbers burns, we're reminded that Annie's story isn't just about destruction. It's about a child searching for love in a world that fears her. Annie is not a villain. She's not a hero either. She's a lonely child who wanted love and learned pain. Her laughter hides sorrow, her playfulness masks power, and her bear, her only friend, is the flame that both protects and consumes her. She remains one of the most haunting champions in League of Legends, a child holding the fire of a god. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Annie's story, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and ring that bell for more League of Legends lore. Tell me in the comments, do you think Tibbers is a guardian spirit, or something much darker hiding behind those button eyes? Thanks for watching, and remember, don't play with fire.